WJR.
Welcome into the National City Roundtable. It's hard to believe this is our 5th gathering, and you can find us right here at WJR.com. In fact, we'll be here all the time throughout the month of June. Month of June, a very special month for our friends at National City. It's the month that they have their 2nd annual Community Appreciation Day, smack dab in the middle of June. More importantly, they are, in fact, very involved in the community. This is the sort of thing that we need all of our companies to do. They're doing it because the president and CEO of National City, Michigan, David Boyle, our co-host for the program, is very much community active, community involved. David, nice to see you again.
Nice to be here, Paul.
I was thrilled to see you over at Cornerstone Schools last month, and a variety of times, actually, because I believe also that Cornerstone Schools is a wonderful way to change Detroit one child at a time.
They are the leaders, the future leaders of the country, and more importantly, the future leaders of our region can come out of, Cornerstone or any of our schools for that matter. So that's a big priority for companies like ours, is making sure our young people get a quality education.
This is the 2nd time you've done this, what we're calling annual National Cities Community Appreciation Day. Sounds very important to me, but maybe so that you can help other companies that are listening in, that are looking for good ideas and ways to be more community active. Tell them exactly what it is and why you do it.
Well, our Community Appreciation Day was something that started in one of our other markets, and when I came here, we brought it here. And what we do is we actually close. We take a day of the week. We will close every one of our 125 offices here in Southeast Michigan, and for half a day, and we solicit our employees to go out and give back to the community. And we identify a number of organizations that need some help, and we communicate with them, get some information from them, get some job lists and things that need done, and we organize that inside the bank, and that afternoon we turn our folks loose and they go out and provide whatever these organizations need, everything from painting to mulching to filing to fundraising stuffers, you name it. Our folks will do it.
For a company to close for half a day and have hundreds of their employees out there volunteering at a variety of area charities, it says a lot. It says a lot about the leadership of that company, and it says a lot about the employees because they're volunteering. They don't have to do it. And it shows that they're very much involved with their community, and frankly, that's what you want any business that you do business with, but especially your bank, to be all about. Now, I understand we have some of the representatives of some of the charities, or probably 23, 24 area charities. Couldn't have them all here, but we're very happy to welcome the Executive Director of U-Snap-Bac Nonprofit Housing Corporation, Ms. Linda Smith. Linda, nice to have you with us.
Thank you. Nice to be here this morning.
We also have the President and CEO of Community Housing Network, Mr. Marc Craig. Marc, having you here is a pleasure as well.
Thank you, Paul. It's great to be here.
And Executive Director of the Penrickton Center for Blind Children, Kurt, is it Sebaly or
Sebaly?
Sebaly. Let me make that little note so that I don't do that again. Sebaly. Well, I may still do it again. Kurt Sebaly is here, and appreciate just from the name of what you have there as a Center for Blind Children. We know that that's awfully good work. Why don't you give us a kind of a brief description of what you do and what we would find if we were to visit you there at Penrickton Center for Blind Children.
Well, at Penrickton, we work with blind, multi-disabled children ages 1 through 12. All the children are involved in our program are legally blind with at least one additional disability. We provide a 5-day residential and daycare agency serving these children from around the metropolitan Detroit area. What makes our program very special is that we're the only agency in the state of Michigan that works exclusively with blind, multi-disabled children. We receive no state, no federal, no United Way, no insurance money.
Wow.
And most important, through the great support of many, many people, there's no charge to families.
That's fabulous. No wonder National City's help is so important to you. And what a great cause, and to be able to not turn people away and not charge them is fabulous. Linda, with U-Snap-Bac, can you tell us a bit about it?
Well, we're located on the east side of Detroit, and primarily we provide affordable housing to families low-income families, both for sale and rental products. We're currently working in an area called Morningside, and Habitat for Detroit is one of our partners. And we've built over 100 units of affordable housing, and I'm happy to say we've changed the community. We go in and have done a couple of pocket parks. We do financial literacy, credit counseling. We're a HUD and Michigan Certified Credit Counseling Agency. So we're right in the thick of this foreclosure epidemic that's affecting all of our neighborhoods.
Well, boy, good timing on that all the way
Yes.
around. Let's face it. More people facing that problem than ever before, at least that I'm aware of. The president and CEO of Community Housing Network, Marc, if you could maybe just kind of give us a quick description of your organization and what you do.
Sure. We're a relatively young organization. We've only been around for 7 years, and we work in the area of housing for people with special needs, in particular, people with disabilities. And we work in Oakland and Macomb counties. We work closely with county government and with the Department of Housing and Urban Development to make sure that people with disabilities don't experience homelessness. We have over 300 individuals and families right now that are in our homeless leasing assistance program who were formerly homeless folks who are now becoming successful in their lives, as well as for sale housing. We do home ownership programs and rental housing as well.
David Boyle, it's got to make you feel proud, and representing all the men and women you represent for National City, that this June be the Giving Back to Our Community month must make you proud, especially when you're able to be with these people and hear what you're doing and what your volunteers are doing. And I would think that these folks have been hit pretty hard by the economic condition that we have currently.
I think that's right, Paul. And the 700 or so employees that we'll be sending out, one thing I like to note is that we still pay them for this time. National City, they're still on the clock with National City when they go out and do this work. And it's our way of giving back in a way to help support the organizations that, the work that we're doing. These organizations don't have to go out and solicit that and contract that work to get done, so they can use those resources that they're saving, if you will, to continue with the programming that they have. And it is really heartwarming. Our employees, this is something that the energy around this at National City has been fantastic. They are so excited to go out and do this, and especially at a time like now where the economy here is very challenged. I've seen and spoken with a lot of organizations that are having funding challenges and so forth, and this is one way that National City will step up and be a real leader in the community and step up and help these folks.
What are some of the major issues impacting Southeast Michigan from your standpoint, from your point of view, because of your organization, and how would your organizations be addressing these issues? And let me start with you, Marc, because we haven't heard that much from you.
Sure. Well, when you think about Oakland and Macomb counties, you don't necessarily think about folks who are homeless, but there are a large number of people who are homeless in both counties. On any given night, there are over 1,000 people who are either sleeping on the streets or who in temporary shelters with nowhere to go. We just a couple days ago did a homeless street count in Oakland County, and we were finding people living in the backs of abandoned vehicles and all sorts of places that folks shouldn't be. So it's very hard times economically. There aren't enough resources to go around. So when it comes to organizations stepping up like National City has to provide support for us, they from the time we started, really, National City was, there weren't a lot of people lining up to do business with a small fledgling nonprofit 7 years ago, and National City stepped up. This is the second year now that we've worked with their volunteer program, and what we've found is that if you give people an opportunity, there's a lot of giving spirit in the metropolitan area, and a lot of people are willing to step up and help out.